Salve discipuli. Hello and welcome to part 2 of our venatio's translation. So again, for this passage, there's 2 parts. You wanted to answer the comprehension questions first and then translate the passage. So in this one, I'll be going over the translation, and then at the end of that, I'll kind of walk through the answers once we've translated the passage to kind of clarify any of the questions you might have. All right, so let's zoom in a little bit. All right, we've got venatio. The venatio is the hunt. In previous chapters, right, Regulus was a Roman senator. He's putting on a show in Pompeii. The Nucarians, which is from a town nearby, are coming to the show. Pompeians don't like the Nucarians. And then in the arena passage, which is previous to this, the net fighters and the murmillos, the heavily armed gladiators, fought each other. And the net fighters won, and the Pompeians weren't happy about that. The Nucarians were, and Regulus had the net fighters kill the heavily armed gladiators. So that's how the last passage ended. So we're getting on to the next show of the arena. So we have after the retiarii, after the net fighters departed from the arena or left the arena, the trumpet, tuba is trumpet, the trumpet sounded again. So the trumpet sounded again. Suddenly, many deer, this is plural, many deer entered the arena. The deer, kurebant, were running through the whole arena, totam arena, quote, because they were terrified. Then, canes feroces, so feroces is describing the canes, so fierce dogs entered through the gate. So remember, as you're translating, you've got your kind of the beginning, you're going to have to go typically to the end of the clause or the sentence for your verb. So hopefully that will help you. So ferocious dogs entered through the gate. The dogs at once or immediately chased agitaverunt the cervus per territos, the terrified deer. So the dogs immediately chased the terrified deer and interfecerunt, and killed them. So they immediately chased and killed the terrified deer, or they immediately chased the terrified deer and killed them. The them is implied. After the dogs overpowered the deer, right, wolves entered the arena. So we've got wolves now. The wolves, because they were walde, very hungry, I think is given to you guys here. There we go, esorebant, right, that's lost for you. They were very hungry. Canes ferocitor petiverunt, so they sought or attacked the dogs fiercely. Now this one might have been a bit tricky because this canes, this long es form for our nouns, can be a nominative or an accusative plural. But back here we have lupi. Lupi is our subject for all of this. So wolves is going to be our subject, and here canes is the direct object. So it's the wolves, because they were hungry, attacked the dogs fiercely. It's not the wolves because they were hungry, the dogs attacked fiercely. That doesn't make sense. So you have to really be kind of paying attention to the context clues of a sentence, and not necessarily just assume that this is a subject, because it could be, but in the context of this sentence, once you're translating, it becomes clear that, right, lupi is still our subject here. Canes is our direct object. The wolves attacked the dogs fiercely, right? The dogs were very strong, right? Fortissimi, very strong. And here it gives you very brave. Strong might work better here. Fortis can be brave or strong. Very brave and very strong. But the wolves, facile, easily overpowered the dogs. So again here, context clues and also word order helps you figure out that in this part of the sentence, canes is our direct object, versus in this clause, it's the subject. So the dogs were very brave and very strong, but the wolves overpowered the dogs easily overpowered the dogs. All right. The Nucarians were very happy and were praising Regulus. Right? So the Nucarians were like, this is great. However, the Pompeians were not content, right? They're not satisfied. But they shouted or they were shouting, where are the lions? Right? We've got deer, dogs, and wolves. Not enough for the Pompeians. Where are the lions? Why is Regulus keeping back the lion or holding back the lions? So why is Regulus holding back the lions? Regulus, after he heard this shout, right? After he heard them shouting this, after he heard this shout, he gave the signal or the sign. Immediately, or at once, 3 lions rushed through the gate. I haven't seen rushed this way. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen this in a while. Tuba, the trumpet again. The trumpet sounded again. The beast fighters entered the arena audacissime, very boldly. The lions, however, non petiveran, did not attack the beast fighters. The lions lay down in the arena. The lions went to sleep. Then the Pompeians were very angry because Regulus was putting on or was presenting a ridiculous show. Yikes. So the lions are supposed to be fierce and attacking and providing a hunt show for the audience, and it's not how it went down, and so therefore the Pompeians are angry. Things go very bad very quickly. So the Pompeians, right, this is our subject, and then we have to go all the way to the end, agitaverunt, the Pompeians chased Regulus and the Nucarians out of the amphitheater. They're so angry about the lions, they're chasing them out of the amphitheater. The Nucarians began to run or were fleeing through the roads, through the streets, because they were very afraid. Literally, they were fearing greatly in that sort of sense. They were very afraid. The Pompeians, however, gladios suos destrinxerunt, so they drew their swords and killed many Nucarians. Behold, the blood is not in the arena, but was flowing through the streets. So blood was not, okay, so this one's a little weird. So blood, right, not in the arena, but through the streets was flowing. So kind of rearrange that to sound more nice in English. So blood was not flowing in the arena, but through the streets. So yeah, Pompeians got very angry about the lions and caused a bit of a riot and killed Nucarians. So a bit of a overreaction, possibly, to not liking how the show was going, unfortunately. So that is the translation of that passage. So for the questions here, right, what happened after the Retiarii left the arena? So that's after they left. The tuba sounded again and deer came into the arena. Lines 4 to 5, how the deer feel? They were frightened and they were killed by dogs. It's a very violent passage. Why did the wolves chase the dogs? They were, right, very valde esurebant. They were very hungry and defeated the dogs, overpowered the dogs. And then the feelings of the Nucarians and the Pompeians, right? The Nucarians erant laetissimi, but the Pompeiani were not contenti. They were not satisfied. And why weren't they satisfied? They wanted lions. Regulus gave the sign, and then the beast fighters come in. You're expecting there to be a bit of a battle between the beast fighters and the lions, but the lions did not cooperate, so they went to sleep instead. And this makes Pompeians angry because they wanted a show, and then they took the right bit too far and killed the new Carians. So, and then the Ecce, right? Behold, right? Because giving you that sort of like visual of the blood flowing through the streets. So, make sure you have your questions answered, your translations corrected if needed, and submit those to me. And then move on to the next passage, which is Pastor et Leo. So go ahead and check out the part 1 of that video next, and I will see you there. Vale te discipuli.